Hi Leo, welcome to your September reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We'll be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the month ahead. Get some insight with some guidance overall, see what's going on. I hope that you're doing well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the information for that's in the description down below. And if you want to follow me over on my Instagram and TikTok, you can find me there at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's get right into your reading and see what's happening for Leo in September 2022. What's happening for Leo, please show me clearly. We have the starfish coming out and the moth. Aw, okay, so we also have the black egg, excuse me, at the bottom of the deck with the golden egg, and wow, even the lion, you guys showing up here, lion energy. So you know what, I'm picking up on the vibe that you're being really hard on yourself. You're not feeling the most confident right now, or kind of sometime in September, there's a moment where you are getting in your head, being your worst enemy, self-sabotaging, not fully believing in yourself, comparing yourself to others, really just like getting in your head. And you need to stop doing that. You're bullshit and you're lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. You are good enough. You are worthy enough. You are talented enough. You're amazing. You're doing the best that you can. And some of you have been extremely hard on yourself and like nitpicking yourself apart and feeling just, you're tearing yourself down, and you need to uplift yourself. You need to bring yourself back up to the top as this lion as you should be. I'm really feeling like, some of you are struggling with self-talk. You're getting really concerned with how people perceive you, other people's opinions of what you should be doing or how you're being viewed by others. You're being way too concerned about what everybody else thinks, and you need to start being concerned with what you think about yourself, okay? The moth is the energy where you may think that the grass is greener on the other side. You might look at those that are around you, friends, family, even strangers on the internet, celebrities and shit, and you may feel like they got it easier than you, and you wish you had what they had, and how come you're not at this place yet? This person's there, that person's there, this person's achieved that thing. How come I haven't gotten there yet? Your journey is different. Your journey isn't supposed to be like theirs. If it was, it would be like that. It isn't. So your journey is unique to yourself. You have a unique path, you have a unique journey, and you have unique lessons that are specific to you. And at times it can be hard not to compare yourself. I get it. I do it too. I struggle with that too. A lot of us do. It's just, this is something that is being brought up, especially during Mercury retrograde. This is something that needs to be healed within you, something that you're needing to work through, releasing, recognizing, and pushing through, and healing and forgiving, and like really healing the heart space too. Healing your heart and your throat, right? Those two are connected to each other. So needing to speak with compassion and kindness to yourself. I really am picking up on this self-talk. It's all has to do with the relationship with yourself. So let's see how this is going to tie in with the rest of the reading. But damn, Leo, it's going to be okay. This is just, you guys have had really positive readings in the past, like the past little bit. This feels like it's just like a little bit of like a setback. Like it's time, right? It's retrograde season. We have a lot going on in the stars right now. You might be like feeling discouraged, like, wow, I made it so far and I feel like I'm back to square one. I feel like I've gone backwards. I feel discouraged. I feel unmotivated. I feel frustrated. That's okay to feel that way. It's okay. It's normal. It's human. And this is not going to last for much longer. You've come a long way. And this does not just undo all the work that you've done on yourself. You did not just undo all your progress. Some of you feel like you have. Some of you feel like, damn, I did all that for nothing and now I have to do it all over again. No, you don't. It's not like that. It's just part of the process. All right. Let's see what needs to come out. Let's pull some tarot messages for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in September 2022. So yeah, it's a bit of a hiccup. It's a bit of a hiccup, but this is something that you're going to pass. You've been down this road before. It's not as bad or as severe as it was in the past. You're getting stronger, you're getting better, and you are mastering whatever this lesson is that you're learning from this. You're growing and you're mastering yourself from this. So it's all good. You're doing the best that you can. All right, messages for Leo in September. So we have the Tower reversed and the Two of Wands. So yeah, there is a bit of a repetition of a cycle here. Scorpio energy, there is a bit of resistance to change, or there is like the fear of change and wanting to hold on to the old self, old identities, old personas, old ways that you, old habits, old ways of being, thinking, acting, behaving, making excuses, telling yourself why you can't have what you deserve, that you're not good enough, shit like that. This Tower reverse is representing a cycle that's been repeating and seems to be repeating a bit in September. Now, the positive news, and I'm really happy that the Two of Wands came out next to this. Two of Wands is you're at a crossroads. So you guys have a choice. You can either continue on this hamster wheel or you can jump off it. Basically, imagine it like this. You have a field, it's just a field of grass, and you go down this one path over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Well, that path is going to start getting worn and torn, and that grass is going to get ripped up. It's going to be just like, a dirt path, right? Because you've gone down that path, and so that path is the easiest for you. That's now what's come natural to you. You're going to take the path because that's what's normal. So let's say, for example, that's like in regards to your self-talk. You're used to talking to yourself in a certain way, right? And that path is just the easiest, and it becomes ingrained. And once you become aware, like, oh, this path isn't the best for me. Maybe I should take maybe I should go walk in this direction, or change direction and go that way. Take a sharp left turn. Well, that path hasn't been engraved. It's a new path. The grass is still there. The grass isn't worn down because you've only gone down this path like maybe once or twice versus the main path that you're so used to taking. So in traditional tarot, the Two of Wands, we see a person. He's got two wands, right? The Two of Wands. One wand is just a wand. Another wand is a wand, but it has the globe, right? The world, which the world in the tarot major arcana represents endings, cycles, closing out of chapters, old cycles, routines, habits, new energy, right? So it's like you have the choice. You either stay on this path, the path that you're so used to, the engraved path, even though it's not really the best for you or you really struggle with it, but it's what comes easiest, even though it's not good for you. Or you take the path that might be a bit challenging at first, especially when it comes to you rewiring and getting used to taking a new path. It's going to require more effort, basically. It's going to require more effort. It's going to require you to be consistent. It's going to require you to be, oh my God. Oh my God, the words aren't coming to me, but I think you get the point. So the easy path is not really going to change anything. The easy path, taking the easy path, you're gonna keep going in circles, basically. You choose the hard path, yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. It's gonna require more effort, more consistency, more awareness, conscious effort. You consciously have to remind yourself and work on changing your beliefs, changing your thought patterns. You've done it before and you've been doing it. I'm about to call you Taurus. You've been doing it, Leo, and it reflects that in the readings that we've had over the last however many months, especially the last few months, the group that I've been picking up on. You guys have been getting really good at this, and the last few readings for you guys have been super, getting really positive. Every single reading that I've done for you, it's gotten even better and better and better, and it's been amazing. So in September, during this Mercury retrograde, Mercury ruling our thoughts, how we communicate, how we speak to ourselves, even with others too, but especially with our thoughts, we're having a setback, we're going backwards, basically revisiting past lessons, past themes that we've gone through. So it's fitting that this is coming up. It's fitting. It makes sense why you're having this setback. It makes sense why you feel like you're going backwards. It makes sense why you feel like you're repeating an old lesson, an old cycle. It's happening, and it is happening, but it's okay because you're aware of it and you're actively making changes. That is good. Holy shit, I spent so much time trying to just to explain it, but that's what's needed. That's what's needed. So let's see what else is going on for Leo in September 2022. We have the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Okay. Wow. Messages for Leo. Six of Pentacles and Judgment. It's all about you getting back in balance with yourself, back in tune with yourself. King of Swords, the Hermit, and the Nine of Cups. All right, beautiful, nice, it's gonna be all right. You need time alone. You need time to decompress. You need time to go inwards. You need time to really reconnect with yourself, your soul, your inner world, okay? And you need to really get clear with yourself and take it very serious of like what you want and solidifying that, okay? And solidifying that by making the active effort, by committing yourself to it. You need to look back at the past with compassion towards yourself, mistakes you may have made, things that you might regret. It's all normal. We're all human. None of us are perfect. We don't need to keep going on and on and on about that. But looking back at the past, you can look back at it with patience, with compassion, with understanding, with sympathy, rather than beating yourself up over things that you can't undo. You can learn from it. You can grow from it. We've said this so many times in the past readings, and I feel like this is kind of like a revisitation of that. So it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be good. Your energy is serious. We have Aquarius energy out here, Virgo by the way, but Aquarius is your counterpart, opposite of Leo. So there is that kind of awkward tension going on here. It's really making you're being triggered. You're really being triggered. You're experiencing this setback, this pull backwards for you to push forwards, right? It's a temporary setback to fly forward. So right now you're like, I feel like I'm going backwards. I feel like I'm back where I started. It's going to be all right, because this is actually going to shoot you even further than where you were before you had this setback, Leo. Okay. So it seems like you're going to get back in your balance. It's going to get better as the days unfold, as the weeks unfold. Probably by the end of September, you're going to be back in your game, back in balance. But there's a foundation that needs to come apart to be rebuilt into something better. You're not trying to rebuild what you used to have. You're trying to expand on that, okay? So this foundation, your own inner foundation, your own inner world, your own beliefs, your values, what you thought you wanted, maybe it turns out you don't want it anymore. Your ideas have shifted, the way that you perceive the world has changed, and it's like what you thought you wanted 5 months ago, 6 months ago, you don't even resonate with that anymore, right? And that's okay. And so you might just be having a lot of like realizations, and at times it could feel a bit overwhelming, and you're just like feeling just clouded in the brain, in the head, and even in the heart, right? But I'm not really feeling that too much from that. With these cards, it's more like mental and just kind of physical world stuff. Maybe it's even regards to your work. You're not happy with your current work environment, and you're feeling really stressed out, and you're feeling really scared, and like, again, you're overthinking, overanalyzing what to do. But you basically, Leo, what I'm feeling from you, it's like you're being tested. You're being tested to show what you know, to display the wisdom that you've learned over the last however many months. You're walking through this path again, but it's getting easier. Basically, it's like that path that was ingrained, that you were so used to, that you're taking the detour. You took a left turn. That's starting to become more common for you, right? But then it seems like maybe today, maybe the next few weeks, you kind of go back to that old path, right? You're like, oh, for old time's sake, for nostalgia, I'm going to just take this old path, aka you overthinking, overanalyzing, beating yourself up, looking back at the past and feeling embarrassed, feeling ashamed, questioning your purpose, questioning if you're even good at what it is that you do, comparing yourself. Like that's that old path that you used to walk on, that you took a break from, and you were like, fuck that path, I don't like it anymore, I'm changing my path, I'm going down this road instead. And that became more consistent, and like I said, it was reflecting your readings. Your readings felt like massive uplifting transformation, right? You've been around, right? And it seems like in September, it's kind of like, for old time's sake, you're going back to this old path, old ways, and it's an unconscious thing. It's not like you intentionally like, yeah, I'm gonna self-destruct and I'm gonna self-sabotage. You're like, no. But Mercury retrograde, this is playing a role. This is playing a definite role in this, where it's just like falling back into old habits, and then before you know, you're like, oh fuck, I did it again. Oh no. But that's okay, because you recognize it, and you can, at any moment, you can change your life. You can go back to the path that you were on. You could start on a different path too. Like, and I just keep using path as like an example because that's just like the imagery that I get in my head. It's just like, again, that big patch of grass, field of grass with just like the one ingrained path that you were so used to. Anyways, I feel like I've said that like 3 times already in this reading. This is part of the learning curves, growing process. It's normal. I have nothing else to say here. And like, I don't really feel like I need to clarify this, you guys. Like, I think we got the point. I think you got the gist. So you know what I'm going to do? Because I was doing this at the beginning of these readings and then I just kind of forgot as I continued doing the zodiac signs. I'm going to pull some fairy oracle cards to see, like, is there any advice or any final thoughts that Leo should be aware of for September. Final thoughts, ideas, things that Leo... Did I call you Aries? I might have called you Aries. I'm sorry if I did. Any final thoughts that Leo should be aware of in September 2022? Just really noticing, by the way, the colors in this reading. It's like orange and green, which we had the golden egg, which is orange, but the black egg is purple and black. So never mind. All right. Oh my goodness. Any final thoughts or advice for Leo in September 2022? Final thoughts, ideas, advice. Lady of the Harvest. Wow, that is fitting. And anything else for Leo? List Moon's Daughter, number 38 and number 18. Okay, so we're going to go with those cards. So Lady of the Harvest, this does talk about cycles coming to an end. This talks about endings and new beginnings. Some are happy endings, some are more bittersweet, some are more devastating endings. So this is a time where things are wrapping up, and this is a time of harvesting your efforts. So if you've been doing the work, then your efforts are going to be reflected back during this time. It's not going to be as challenging. If you've been at Leo, which I feel like majority of you have been doing the work because it's been reflecting, like I said, the 100th time of this reading, it's been reflecting in the readings that we've been doing, these weekly, bi-monthly readings, whatever the fuck, tri-monthly readings, however many readings I do in a month. Like, it's been reflecting. It's really been showing that you guys have been doing the work, and it's been showing that, and it's been getting better and improving, right? So if you've been doing the work, then yeah, you're gonna have this setback, but you're going to snap out of it really quickly, and you're gonna get back on track very easily. If you've been ignoring, if you haven't been doing the work, this is gonna kind of kick you in the ass. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a bit more challenging. It's not gonna be the most enjoyable. It might be a bit more of a struggle for you. You might get easily triggered way more. But ultimately, this is to bring you back in track, back in alignment, back in tune with where you're supposed to be, and bring things back into balance. So just keep that in mind, Leo. Like, this is not to hurt you. This is not to make your life difficult, make your life harder. In the long term, this is so that you can live a happier, better, more freeing life. If things aren't working for you right now, it's because it's not for you. If you're experiencing a lot of things happening that are out of your control, endings, things not working out, is because it's not for you. There's something else that's trying to come in, and the more that you try to resist, the more that you try to hold on, the more that you try to like I was saying, try to hold on to this, the more challenging it's going to be, the more frustrating, the more annoying, the more upsetting, the more it's going to be, right? We don't want that. So you really, right now is a time where you really need to surrender and let go, and just ride through it. The easier it'll be. Okay. Lice, the Moon's Daughter. This does talk about illusions. This does talk about like riddles, and just kind of wondering, like, why is this happening? What's the whole purpose of it? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Why do I have to go through this again and again and again? Like, you're kind of being angry at the world, and you have every reason to, and like, yeah, it sucks. It fucking sucks. But this does talk about reaching conclusions, coming to like some sort of resolution or answers. And like I said, Lady of the Harvest, this talks about endings and completions. So whatever this kind of like game, the sick game, what kind of sick game is that? You know, like that's how you're feeling. This sick game will come to an end. It is concluding this month, but it's just kind of like that one final like smack that the universe is giving you. Like, have you learned yet? Like, smack. Like, it's just like, ow, like, damn. It's like, yeah, you should have seen that coming. You should have dodged it. You had the chance to, but you didn't, because you've kind of fallen back into that old path. So here's your wake-up call. So that's kind of what it seems like. That's kind of what it seems like, Leo. But you're gonna be okay. I bet the next reading that we do for you, you know, next week or 8 to 10 days, I'm sure things are going to improve. We might still have a little bit of this energy lingering, especially as we're going to be heading into Mercury retrograde tomorrow. So hang in there, but it's going to be all right. This is going to help you in the long term. Okay, Leo? Whew, it's going to be all right. I'm sending you all the good vibes, all the good energy. You're good. You're strong. You can handle this. You're fucking Leo, you know? Don't forget yourself. You've made it this far. You've gone through this challenge many times before. You can do it once more. You can do it once more, and you can do things right. This is a second chance to try again, but this time really like solidify this lesson so you never have to do this ever again. Okay? So this is the last time. Final test, final exam. Show the universe that you learned. Okay? All right, Leo. Oh my God. That's what I got for you. I hope that this was insightful. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching, Leo, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.